Okay, I think we are live on this blessed Sunday, and today is a blessed day, even though God's not real, because I have discovered Nibs. If you do not know who Nibs is, it is somebody on TikTok who appears to have a little sock puppet of a squirrel, and they dance around with it to famous pop songs. I just saw one from Don't Trust Me with 303. Fuck, dude. Brain rot got me. Brain rot got me. Deck roasts are also up for sale. Leprechaun, congratulations on securing yours. That should have been the go live message. Um, but yeah, deck roasts are currently for sale. I will have the Ko-Fi tab up so I can update you on when they all sell out. Lemon, I'm doing good. DMC, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Welcome back to the dog pile. Side note, is it bad form to buy two deck roasts? I would say if you're buying two deck roasts for yourself, maybe a little bit. If you're buying one for you and one for someone else, come on. Um, if you're buying two because if you have a like series of decks that you think have to be enjoyed together, I also don't think that's totally unreasonable. Like there's gonna be more months. It is I find it hard to really think that it's like bad form to deprive people of something that is going to happen again and like genuinely is going to happen better in the future. There will be a point when I fall off. I probably won't recognize the point when I've fallen off. So far, I think I'm improving at doing these. I think I'm getting better at doing these. I think I'm getting better at the organizational structure of how we review a deck. I think I'm getting better at making the jokes in a way that are conducive to both you laughing and you ending up with a better deck. Um and so like if you snipe a deck roast this month that somebody can't get until January, they're getting a better product because you sniped them. That's not bad form. That's not bad form. Um this isn't like a concert. This isn't like a situation where, okay, I'm only in your town for one night, and if you don't see me right now, you're never gonna see me. Like this is, if you don't get it this month, you get it next month, or you get it for free. Slight Coyote, hey, if you want to take that gamble, you may have time to I didn't post on. Hello, everybody on YouTube. I forgot to pop out your chat. I didn't make a text post on YouTube, which I'm gonna go do now that the deck roasts are live. I didn't ping everybody in the Discord, which I should also do. But none of the other promo has gone out. So yeah, you can roll the dice and see if the deck roasts last long enough. Particularly seeing if the days you are available last long enough, because we're still doing. I am selling for an individual day. Maldavius, why do people conveniently ignore the fact that every mono black deck runs the extort mana doubler that has hybrid mana in it via extort? Um, I mean, there's the argument of like that's reminder text and not an actual pip on the card, but Luso, the real answer is that a lot of people who are opposing the hybrid mana change are just arguing for the position of inertia. And the way I have framed that, it makes it easy to discount the argument as going, well, that's probably a fallacy of some kind. We just shouldn't listen to you. But on top of that, they have a rightful distrust of every move Hasbro is making right now. Like, yes, we had already grandfathered in that hybrid text in reminder text doesn't count, but we grandfathered that in back when we trusted Wizards more. Almost every argument about hybrid mana is not actually related to hybrid mana, and it is related to people having a deep just distrust of Hasbro governing the format through WotC, like a hand shoved up a puppet's butt. And so when they oppose the change, I don't even think they're really opposing the specific rules change or arguing for like a consistency between how we deal with extort versus how we deal with hybrid mana. They're arguing for these people want to make a change. I don't trust these people. Therefore, I don't want any changes to occur coming from these people. Give me stop not summoning white bread. That sounds fun. Hello, Dana. How you doing? McShadow Gaming, the place you get a deck roast is here. And then, oh yeah, firebending too, because like, that's super weird. If Dimir Azula, hold on, let me just pull up the card. Regardless of what happens with the hybrid mana change, if this is not a Grixis card, that's crazy. That's wacky. It's not going to make me quit the format. I don't think anybody needs to lose their job over it. But yeah, here's my blue-black card that just so happens to float red mana every combat. All right. TJ, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know because it's in reminder text. And so much like the rules about extort where it's in hybrid mana, I would assume that because it's in reminder text, it doesn't contribute to card identity because the red is not a like actual pip on the card, even though it's very much a pip involved with the card. So I do think this is a Dimir card, and the decks that run this, like if this is your commander, you can only use blue-black. And that's weird. That's weird. Wait, how do you enter on Twitch? So here's what we're going to do. There's the Ko-Fi commission link if you wish to purchase a deck roast for the month. Naraki, I was talking about grandfathering in extort in the sense that we already discount pips that are in reminder text from contributing to color identity. So here's how this stream is going to work. We're not going to do channel points. We're not going to do the ticket system. The way we're going to do this is there is a game called Marbles on Stream, which is a randomized marble race. A randomized marble race. You do not have direct control over what your marble does. It is a glorified, visually stimulating randomizer. When it comes up, you're going to type !play. That'll enter you in the race. There's going to be a big countdown. You don't have to worry about missing it. It will be very obvious. Whoever wins, you put a deck in chat, in Discord. We do you right here, right now. And then when we finish that deck roast, we're going to run another marble race, and we're going to do the next person, and we're going to go till my mouth hurts. It'll probably be like 3 or 4 hours. So depending on how involved the deck is, depending on how much I want to make fun of you as a person, could take a while. Okay, Crypto, depending on the month, it ranges from 30 minutes to 3 hours. So there is a genuine possibility that they will be sold out before we finish the first free roast. So for YouTube viewers, Marbles on Stream does not have an integration for you all. You can jump over to Twitch chat, enter, and then if you win, we can do the whole rest of the roast with you on YouTube. There is a manual entry system that I could use, but the problem with it is that if I do that, I have to enter every name by hand. And there's going to be like triple digit people wanting to enter. So we're not doing that because then it would take me longer to set up the raffle than it would to actually execute it. Can one of these free roasts be deferred for later if I don't have something ready? I don't think so. Deferring stuff for later is... Every time I have done a deferred for later thing, it has caused some type of problem later in the pipeline. And this month is already relatively tight because I'm doing more roast streams per week than normal because I'm going to PAX Unplugged. Aaron D Dite, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. And DMC, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. There are 25 purchasable roasts left. That sounds about right. So we have Next Friday has 3 left. This Friday has 2 left. The last day of the month has 3 left. The 26th has 3 left. The third Wednesday from now, still totally open. Sunday has 3 left. Wednesday has 3 left. This coming Wednesday has 2 slots left. And then this coming Sunday already sold out. So one day has been knocked out, and then a couple others are halfway sold out. But I think you have 1 or 2 where every slot is still available. So we have a little bit of time. Hell yeah, Ben. Thank you. So it's a raffle for the free roast? Yes, it's going to be a marble game. It's going to be a marble game. And then obligatory thank you to everybody who's watching the stuff I posted on Free Count. I did go late. I went live like 10 minutes late. Naraki, I will circle back to that. I did go live like 10 minutes late because I published the free count video, and I wanted anybody who watched it when it dropped to be able to watch the whole thing before stream started. Yes, Dark, works in progress are fine. I will make fun of the direction and then we will complete it. Maul, did you prefer a primer attached to the message on Discord or in the Moxfield description? Moxfield description, so that I can put it up on screen. That way, if we do edit this down, we can do screen grabs of the primer. So, Naraki, on your video, you were talking about this theoretical confused person doesn't exist about hybrid mana. And while this is purely anecdotal, I've had friends who play this game regularly who had been playing with banned cards for years, and no one at their store ever called it out before I did when I went to visit and they had no idea. So in principle, I don't think that argument is wholly unreasonable. So here's the thing about that. That's not a confused person, that's an uninformed person. A confused person would be somebody who you went to them and said, oh, you're playing banned cards. And they were like, no, I don't think cards get banned. What does that mean? I think we can definitely, if the hybrid mana change goes through, there's 100% going to be confused people, in the sense that there are going to be people who do not keep up with Magic news regularly enough to have heard about the rules update. And they're going to go, oh, that's the new rules? That's crazy. Okay. That's not confusion in my mind. That's just them becoming informed where they were previously uninformed. I think pockets of uninformed people exist, but that doesn't make them confused. As Xylo's saying, it just makes them unaware. And I do think, and that's actually an even better point, because I think that there's a lot of people who are conflating the two as a reason to make the change not happen. Like the fact that a conversation would have to occur where you made somebody aware of the rules change is like the worst fucking thing ever, when it's not a big deal. Have you done anything with Firelord Azula? I just played her last night. She's absolutely bonkers. I'm going to be filming a Patreon deck tech for Azula at the close of this stream. I looked at her, I was like, holy shit. My glorious queen, you actually do deserve to be in charge of the Fire Nation. But I have not played a deck with her. Sport, I am very sorry to hear that. Yes, there is a massive government shutdown. The Republicans are currently holding the government hostage until the Democrats agree to revoke healthcare from everybody. Like, the Trump hosted a fucking Great Gatsby ass party at Mar-a-Lago the night they cut SNAP benefits and stopped paying government employees. So yeah, there's a shutdown. It's huge. It's affecting, I think, 7-digit people. Like, I think over 1 million people are going without pay. Like, we're gonna see, it's getting very, very bad. Lunar Wings, thank you for the Prime sub. Serious Myth, thank you for the tier 1 for the 6 months. Welcome back to the dog home, both of you. Like, public infrastructure is going to begin going downhill relatively quickly. Like they have like fucking airline employees are getting like air traffic controllers are getting paid in gift cards and shit like that. Play Mike sucks. Thank you for the 3 months in a row at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. The banned card was Sylvan Primordial, and she was confused why it was banned because she always felt like it was fine. It was in her Saskia deck. That's all. That's like the harder rule 0. Like if they ban a card and you're like, oh, but it's fine, and your playgroup goes, oh, but it's fine, then you just use it. Can we call Trump the R word now? You can do anything you want. I don't think we should. As a hater, I don't think we should. I think we should call him names. I think we should be very rude to him, but I think it not only buries the lead, but I think it supports their line of argument to just use an epithet that's not actually associated with him. Is he stupid? Yes. But he is taking deliberate, malicious action day in, day out, and he is so high on drugs that he can't think straight. That is intensely different from having a mental disability. Yeah, racist is fine. I'm imagining a different R word because racist has never really been tamped down like that. Yeah, like the most important thing about hating is you need to be accurate. You need to be precise. It behooves you to be precise and accurate. Like the reason I made the apology video and all of my misgivings about the apology video, because even in the apology video, I feel like there are places I screwed it up. Everything I feel like I screwed up is not the negativity. It is the precision of the negativity. But is he that stupid? I believe so. He's not. I think that his mental deficiency is different. He might have dementia. It's very possible that he has dementia because he's bragging about taking a cognitive test and scoring well on a cognitive test that's administered to dementia patients. And I think he talked about how long it took him, and it was like too long. Hell yeah, Irish Rager, I'm glad to be here. I'm a Republican, so I'm definitely not loving where this went. I'm not loving where the Republicans took our government. I'm not loving the shutdown they made happen, man. Real Pepperoni, thank you for the Twitch follow. We're going to go to the manual ad break, and then we're going to pull up marbles so that we all can fight for the first of the deck roasts. Both sides, brother? Yeah, keep saying that when Vance dumps his brown wife for Kirk's widow, dog. Who fucking E? Who fucking E? You keep on saying that shit, man. Two Shot Ollie, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home for the 2nd month in a row. How do I get my name on the marbles? So to enter the marble raffle from YouTube, you will have to pop over to Twitch for at minimum a second. Don't call her brown wife. That felt off. I can understand why that feels off, but if you think that the fact that her skin tone is not white is not part of Vance's motivation for when he divorces her, that's part of it. Like, I want to be so clear. That's both a joke, and I think it is very likely that Vance will leave his wife and marry a Catholic white woman to appeal to his voter base. Is giving a deck that doesn't need changes just one to get roasted okay? Yeah. I'll probably still talk about how the I'll probably still talk about like changes I would want to see, but we could 100% have the understanding I'm not actually going to change anything, and dumb white boy is going to yell about what he wants to be different, but I'm right, and so I'm not going to change anything. All right, I've bought a roast. Now let's see if me having already financially committed to a roast will let me win marbles for the first time ever, forcing me to make another deck for Friday. Every time Vance posts anything positive about his wife, all the Trump supporters call him a race traitor. Yeah, but like both sides, man. I mean, all the Democrats said the same thing about. Hold on, I'm finding it. Just give me a minute. There is a way this is Obama's fault, yeah. Okay. I just want us to be clear about that part before we I'll come back to it. Kel the Skeleton, thank you for the Prime sub, and Big Boo, thank you for the Prime sub as well. Welcome back to the dog home, my friend. We're bringing it back now. Don't worry. Maybe Brazil is the wrong example, but I think you guys may need more than just two parties. I do think the first past the post two-party system that we use in our government is the cause of many of our ills. I do not think that it would fix everything if we just threw a whole bunch of parties into it, but I do think the fact that the elections almost always come down to these incredibly polarized arguments is a massive issue, and that we would have much more success focusing on the actual issues that mattered if we had more parties that could actually take strong stances that were not just drumming up a culture war to try to trick you into voting a certain way. Okay, let me and the thing is, like, nobody who is already politically successful in a first past the post system is going to vote to change it. Yeah, man, the DNC kicking Bernie to the curb for Hillary was astounding. It radicalized people. I had two people that I was close friends with, formerly close friends with. I had two people that I was formerly close friends with in college, where the four of us, all very liberal, all very left, and the 2016 primary happens. Cecil, maybe? I feel like I saw you pop up once, but you're in dark blue. I have not attended KumoriCon, no. Eric, it hasn't started yet. Don't worry. You'll be okay. It's going to be very obvious. But when they fucking leg swept Bernie, the two guys that were very pro Bernie didn't then go, well, guess I'm backing Hillary. They became pro Trump. It broke, and I don't think the Democratic leadership is ever going to catch on to how viciously left-wing people hate them for that. I hate them for that. I still vote Democrat because I don't want our fucking country to burn to the ground. However, I don't think they've ever caught up to how much the average real person despises what they did. Because for me, like, I didn't have a lot of friends in college. 50% of the people I was politically active with were like, fuck these people so hard, I'm voting for Trump now. Isn't the raffle normally on Saturday? This is not a good time for EU if you have work early. I am aware. Oh, this is a good, if you are confused about the raffle being today and not being on Saturday, make sure you are in the Discord and make sure that you have the Toxic Supporters role so that you can see the mailing list about stream updates. We did not go live yesterday because my mother, who lives out of the country, needed me to drive to a different city to get a paperwork errand done for her. And so I had to go and handle that. And that precluded me getting on stream at any type of reasonable time. All right, marbles time. I'm also going to go live on TikTok. Felix, thank you for the 25 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Over 2 years and still loving your wit and commentary. What movie did you watch over and over again as a kid? Something you knew so many lines and or songs for. How well can you still remember it? For me, it was Ice Age. For me, it was Ice Age. Ice Age was the movie where I had split custody with my parents, and whenever I would go see my dad, we had to watch Ice Age the first night I was there. I think I watched Ice Age like 30 or more times. So many times. Wolf, see if you can redeem Bant for me. Know that I will be harsher on Bant because it has green in it. Keyboard, thank you for the 10 stream streak, my friend. Favorite Ice Age character? Saber-Tooth Tiger. He's the fucking best. Fucking love that. Fucking love that movie. Yeah, I know Ice Age. That's why I don't name drop Scrat in the roast PowerPoint. His name is Manny, you tourist! Blazing, I did not go to a Riftbound event, but I went to a bunch before it officially came out, and I do have a skit that I'm going to film for it. Yeah, it is Diego, by the way. Manny's the mammoth. I'm so washed. Listen, I just don't think any of us should be subjected to a purity test about how well we remember Ice Age. It was a good movie. It was a funny movie. If you don't remember the characters' names, it's been 2 decades, man. They do this every year. Yeah, cool name. It's like any TCG that is coming out and is hotly anticipated. It's going to be really hard to get product for it. All right, let me pull up marbles. Let's get this shit going. Mauld, what is your opinion on Elistrals? What are those? My opinion on them is that I don't know what they are, therefore I think they are woke and bad. Can you perhaps give me a little bit more clarity on what they are so I can elaborate on exactly why they're bad and wrong? Yeah, there'll be Riftbound content on the second channel. If the Riftbound content on Freecount does really well, there will be probably like Riftbound Commander roasts on the main channel. It's really fun. Riftbound. Elistrals is a card game. MBT is somewhat involved in it. Haven't played it. Haven't seen it. I got no idea. Can I? That's weird. Where's my fucking marbles game? Okay. Using 0% of my CPU. It's using like less than 1% of my memory. What's happening? Is there a way to start you as fucking admin or something? Hold on, gang. I'm gonna figure this out. We're beginning the first raffle the moment I can get marbles on stream to actually play. But right now it doesn't wanna actually play. Alright, launching. Whoosha! Whoosha! Come the fuck on. Speaking of Riftbound, I think you'd be happy to know that after I started playing League again last week, I've also caused 2 of my friends to have a League relapse. They were clean for years and I dragged them back in. That makes me very happy. Xylo, I don't know if you saw, but Vampire Survivors released its online co-op update. So if you want to do a Vampire Survivors stream to vamp while you vamp with UZ and Elk, that is a thing. I doubt we will do that, quite frankly. Yeah, where's Carlos? Somebody get Carlos F. Kodak, we're actually doing a free deck review stream on Twitch right now, but we are trying to figure out how to get the Raffle game that I use for this to work, because I'm trying to open it and it's not fucking... Just so that we can prove that I'm not an idiot. Look at this. Steam is not complicated. You press play. Play marble. Does this play marbles on stream? I did task manager that thing. That's the thing. That's the problem. I did task manager that thing. How are we feeling about Iroh T Master as a group hug commander? I have not looked at Iroh T Master yet. Architect's fine, Andrew, yeah. Go to properties and validate files. How about you go validate your ass, bro? I'm sorry. That was unnecessary. You give them a permanent, you make an ally, put a counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponents control. Sure, but I think you'd have to be very careful. Like, I think the trick here would be I make food tokens. I give you, like, worthless things to get a good thing. But yeah. I'll try DX12 first, and then I'll validate the files. It's another 9 Lives combo deck IMO. I think it can be. I really don't think it has to be. Kodak, I appreciate you jumping over. Yeah, 99 of Zedru's gonna love this guy. Dear Maul, their marbles gonna take over raffles from Channel Point raffles. I like the marbles a lot. They will if this stream is more successful than other streams. That's currently being held back by the fact that my computer hates me. Okay, this just isn't working. So we are going to go and validate the files. Maybe I just have too much shit on my... I've been doing a lot of filming this week. You know what? I think I've identified part of the issue. All right, recycle bin. Maybe it's all these gigabytes of useless YouTube footage. Ban islands? Very cogent point, sir. Thank you. Thank you for participating. I love you. All right. Manage. Not backup. Properties. Installed files. Verify integrity of game. How is this 9 gigabytes, dog? Well, this isn't very marblist. Banned. Nobody gets to make puns in here but me. You son of a bitch. You absolute motherfucker. Alright, you're back. Okay, we're almost verified. I have a question. What is your commander roast you've done? Cantor, are you asking for best or worst? Because it seems like there is a lost adjective in that sentence. Stream Deck won't open either. What the fuck is happening? Favorite. That is difficult. Cecil, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. I appreciate that generosity so much. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. Wow, favorite is... It's hard for me to have an all-time favorite because genuinely I don't remember them that discreetly. Like, I do them, I think about them a lot. I've done hundreds of these. I've done hundreds of them at this point. So in recent memory, it's the Azula one. It's a really recent one, but that's Commander, where I think the Commander is really cool. I think I proposed some cool stuff about it. I think I said some funny lines. That one, I'm like, tick, 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 all the boxes I want out of this creatively, and everything I want out of it professionally. Dog, what is going on? Seems like a reboot the PC moment. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that though. What if I Control Alt Delete? What if I just murder Steam and then I reopen Steam? End task. End task. Get out of here, Steam web helper. Nice error report, dumbass. Die. Okay, we're good now. Poison Reasoning, thank you for gifting 10 community subs. That is incredibly generous of you. Welcome to Dog Heaven. Thank you so much. John, thank you for the follow. And Tears of the Grace, thank you for the Prime. Pika Puff, thank you for the 23 months at Tier 1. Hope everyone is having a better day than my ranked games are going. Why are you playing solo ranked? I'm sorry, Vampire Survivors Belatra? Gang. Holy shit, they did it. They doubled down on the gambling, you guys. Game of the year! Game of the fucking year. Token, we did verify the files already. So I think this is... Fuck. This is probably a restart the computer moment. Cantor Anset, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. So before we restart the computer, I'm gonna dump more footage from my PC, because there is like there's a couple of videos that are just like hogging up space on my main file. It shouldn't be enough to like it should not be enough to be causing this. Like, I'm not having a DNFS error or anything like that, but I'm just gonna hope that it helps. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. Okay. We are restarting the computer. How fast is your internet? Could uninstall and reinstall Marbles. That's true. We could try that so we can all hang out together. Hey, anyone know I can submit a custom magic card for a video? Caps Lock, we do the custom card streams on Thursdays, and it's gonna be Cecil, if you bought a deck roast, there's a Google form that is in your post-purchase message. You can access that from your order history, and when you submit the Google form, there's a primer for it. Mindset Broken, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Okay, let's bring this back onto the computer. So are you and Trinket Mage actually beefing, or was that just for content? I do think it bears elaborating on. We were just doing it for content. I still think I was a little bit too bitchy. The way that the hybrid mana thing originally went is me, Elk, Trinket, and Blood Artist were talking, and Trinket and Blood Artist said, hey, let's post our videos at the same time. We both have roughly the same opinion on hybrid mana. You want to drop on Sundays. And Elk and I were like, oh, we know that we disagree. Rather than dropping like a strict rebuttal video, we should, what if we streamed like reacting to your video and tried to break it down and then tried to present our arguments? And they were like, oh yeah, that sounds hilarious, let's do that. And so they published their stuff on Sunday, we did the react stream Monday, and then I did a follow-up video that got published Saturday that was me breaking down my more like coherent philosophy about why I think the way I do about hybrid mana instead of just LMAO, he's wrong. And so I'm hoping that Trinket Mage doesn't feel some type of way about it, but I do think that I was trying to be, what's her fucking name? You know, the like, there's one interviewer that does it really, really well, but like the funny Marco type of thing, where you're being like a little bit cunty, but it's still funny and it's not actually that deep. That's what I was going for, and I don't think I hit that. And so if we ever do that in the future, I'm going to come in it with a slightly different energy. Are you going to the Vegas Con next year? 100% yes. Okay, let's see if the re-downloaded Marble stream works. Or Marble's game works. Nani fucking Desktop, brother. Yeah, Fruitful, I agree. I think that there are parts of it that I'm taking away as a positive, and then there are parts of it where I'm like, the difficult part for me was, and we're gonna restart. I'm gonna have to restart my computer. We're still getting free treats. The difficult part for me was I think I handled the transition from, okay, here's Trinket Mage's specific idea. Let's attack the idea with broad generalizations that are appropriate to yell at an audience, but wouldn't be appropriate to yell at the person itself. If you think about it in terms of like theater, it's managing the difference between having a, like saying it to the actor on stage and turning to the audience and giving like a soliloquy. I was trying to manage that. Don't think I did. Do think I will do it better the next time. All right, we're restarting the computer. I am very sorry for the delays, everybody. And then we will hopefully get into these marble raffles.